Welcome to High Oracle's Reiki Spiritual Healing Channel. And as we heal the world today, as we look around the world, and I really tried to, stay out of this, but last week it got the best of me, and I had to, come on, and I had to speak to you guys about my premonition. But we're just going to talk about the war today. And, I don't think that Iran is wrong to chastise their brothers and sisters. I've had situations, and anybody who has dealt with a narcissist, wherever they may be at, you will understand that your narcissist sister and brother can turn against you for the entity, for people who do not share the same blood, the same religion, have not been raised the same way, and they can allow this entity to thrive and to attack you as the chosen one. And when we have an understanding that they will allow the entity to replace you, we have our administration calling for the replacement of another country, that they're going to implement the replacement. They're going to choose the Ayatollah for their country. No one can tell you what to do in your household. No one can tell you what to do with your children. No one can tell you how to run your home. And so when you think of this on a smaller level of you running your home, and think of that as, a country, and a person coming into your home, a person going into your country, and deciding that they're going to replace the fathers, just as they have done in our lives. They've replaced a lot of the fathers. They've unalived a lot of the fathers, and taking their mental state by not letting them move forward in life. So this is a lot like what's going on with Iran. And so now that they understand that his son is going to take over his position, they're already saying that, they are going to unalive him. And it is a heinous crime and behavior. And I do not think that Iran is wrong for defending itself among its brothers and sisters who have allowed the entity to come in and take over, to try to replace a brother with a false pretense, under false pretenses, to implement their own agenda into another country, because they are warmongers. So this is what we are understanding. We are seeing some things happen in real time, and a lot of people who are entitled, who act entitled, that they don't understand what's going on with the people who are stranded over in Saudi Arabia, that when their money runs out, none of this was thought out, and the people who are over there who were not warned, when their money runs out, then they're going to be at the mercy of those people there. And so that's why I was giving you an understanding, earlier on, that when you do not know certain things, when you have been, entitled, when you have, thought that you could measure up to these people in society, and certain things were not, taught to you, then you are at a disadvantage when you are going to other countries. You are at a disadvantage in this country if there is a disaster should happen. So we are seeing this play out in real time, and I'm asking you to consider that what you have been given and what you have been taught has been given to you by the entity under a false pretense. Using your mothers and fathers, as a shield in order to harm you, whether you would choose the right way or not, whether you would choose, the entity, the easiest way, or whether you would, start to do the research for yourself and study for yourself and choose God. So this is what's being posed to, a lot of the people that is going on, what's going on in the world with this war, that, they are finding out that, you shouldn't do certain things just because you can, just because you have the money to do certain things. This regime that is in our administration, they're going to leave you out to dry. They're going to hang you out to dry, since you can, travel abroad and not invest, not want to invest, pay and invest in your community. You can have a birthday party, and I've seen a lot of people, a lot of our black people getting stranded in Dubai because they're having a birthday party. They're celebrating their birthday, but you don't own any land here. You're having problems with the way that the housing market is marketed to black people here. You're having problems with these developers and people telling lies and letting you move into places that are dilapidated, that are mold infested, that are, basically biohazardous. So now that you're understanding that, and excuse me, and this always gets me excited because they're playing chess with real pieces. And a lot of you do not understand that they have been doing this in many areas, of the government for many years. And when you try to expose this type of negative energy, why you're sick, why you should not do what, just because you have the money to do certain things, why you should not try and, equal up to their people when they have not given you anything. You should be setting a course for your children and the people that's to come after you, not to have to deal with these types of racist individuals across the diaspora. This is how we have to be able to connect. We have to be able to break the racism in our own people. We have to be able to break that entitlement that, I got mine, you got to get yours. And in reality, you have nothing. You have nothing. Okay, if anything happens in a disaster, like I said, those people that are stranded over there in Dubai, you're going to be able to see them if they're not brought home. Okay, and you're going to be able to see a racist differential in this war. It's already showing. Okay, so we have this understanding that I understand that you guys do not want to hear the truth. A lot of you have a hatred for the truth, but it's the same that in Iran, if someone is attacking me and you have ganged up with them all of these years, you've let them in the house and, they stole the rent money. If you let them in the house and, they took something, all of our food, the refrigerator, they took the PS5, then you are held accountable with those people, and you are held accountable for what you are doing up on the earth with your finances. You should be taking your power back from these people when they are taking jobs, when, they are, we need to be creating our own. We need to be creating our own space. So now a lot of you are going to find out that you're not entitled. You're not on the same level, men or women. You're not on the same level as these people. They have been, pretending with you. They have made you pretend with them that you're better than some people. And now they are about to show you, just like you're going to show these people over there in Iran, that they are, in collusion with some of the people that are in their home. that are in their homeland. And they want whatever they want. They will forcefully try and take it. They will forcefully take it. And this is what is going to create the World War III. It will not be Iran. It will be those people who have those businesses who say that they don't like, their behavior. They don't like their conduct, but they've been in bed with them all the time. And they will turn against you for clout, for money, for anything that the entity has to offer them. So I hope that you have received this message. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to me. You can book your one-on-one life coaching sessions. You can book your video chat sessions. Book your consultations so that I can acclimate a gift to your situation. Make sure that you donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.